Welcome to Landscapes for Better Living. And here I am with Anne Altman in Irvington, and we're just talking about how you feel about your landscape environment. My question is, how do you feel about nature and the landscape environment? And you said, you moved here because of the beautiful natural setting that you're in with this gorgeous brook running through that goes directly into the Hudson River. You're surrounded and protected and nestled into this like woodlot with a steep hillside behind you. You have lots of mature trees and, shade. It's just like wonderfully natural environment. So what has been your experience?
Well, when we moved here, we thought we would just mow some grass and plant some flowers and that we would get all kinds of butterflies, and we didn't really have that experience. I was buying flowers from Stop and Shop and just getting grass seed and things like that from the hardware store without really knowing that monarchs need milkweed or they won't come to your garden. So we saw some bees that were sort of tired and listless and looked sort of dead, and that's when I started looking into it, trying to find out why that was going on. And doing the work yourself, it's not really work if it's working with nature, not against nature. That's why it's so hard to have a lawn without a leaf on it, because it's not natural. So I think people hire traditional mow and blow landscaping companies and use labor with 5 gas leaf blowers, and it's toxic. It poisons the air with noise, fumes.
Yeah, how much quieter is this? And your property is covered with leaves, but we have leaves alone in West Jesuit, which is promoting that. Just get these great little Bedford 2020 signs, and also beyond pesticides. All of these things that indicate you're a toxin-free environment, but more than that, it's about life and diversity. So what are you doing? You're managing the property differently, and that requires investment that you care first about the property. You get an education, and then you're finding other people and you're making a model. So this is great that people can come by and they can see what a beautiful natural setting you had to begin with, and they have you change your landscaping practices, and just by adding a few native plants you've made it more fun.
So much fun.
How much more fun is this for kids?
And hopefully we can transform what people think is beautiful. It's not what you see in the Home Depot ads. It's about what's naturally supposed to grow in your area.
It's so atypical, and it seems so natural. It just seems like it belongs.
Right, and hopefully catches on. Where people say, "Oh wow, how did you do that?"
And you're enjoying it. Because what you did is you energized this, turned this into such a positive energy. Really talking about positive chi. You're also building a community that cares more and is more invested in ecological services and improving our landscape practices. And you also found other people in your community that were interested in ecological services in the landscape. So delivery of not just looking at the landscape, but the landscape function and what it can do and how it can improve our lives and change our lives. I'm sure, the kids love to see the birds and the butterflies, right?
It's amazing. If you plant things for pollinators, then pollinators will come. And sure enough, monarchs and bees and eastern black swallowtails, just from simply planting the right plants. It's not about the flowers. We always thought that gardens were about the flowers and how it looks, and it's about the life that the garden brings to the yard. So just sitting there and just watching all the bees and butterflies, it was like every day was a show. Instead of looking at the lawn and the yard as like a huge chore, just shrinking the lawn and getting rid of the lawn because it doesn't look like a golf course was exactly what we needed to do.
So everything that you do here is improved resource management. You're not only protecting and serving and preserving the resources, but you're making the most out of that. This is very, very productive. And it's an oasis, as you said, because where the birds and butterflies going to go? It's very difficult in these landscapes when we have no conduit of biotic corridors. We have no pollinator pathways.
We're working on it.
Yeah, and you are working, and you're doing a great job. So thanks for playing. If you like what you've seen, check out our website, greenjadelandscaping.com.